we adore Tom, and having worked with him for years on 3 movies, we knew his range. We also went through a very intimate casting process with him. I mean, you see hundreds, if not thousands, of actors for the next Spider-Man. So the process we went through to discover Tom for that role was intense. We saw all of his prior work, including The Impossible, which he's fantastic in, and he had incredible auditions with us. And then the range he displayed on set, the work ethic he has, really reminds us of Robert Downey. Tom really focuses very hard on the craft, and he has a team of people, a team of collaborators that he works with, from a dialect coach to an acting coach to his hair and makeup team, really intimately to craft characters in a way that only the best in the world do. And we were so impressed by that, and so impressed by his commitment to the process. We knew that he had it in him to play a character with this much range and this much complexity, this much humor, this much trauma, this much drama. But we also knew, which is critically important, and you can't cheat this if you don't have it. He has a charm that is like, unquantifiable. And this is a very difficult character to play, because if the audience doesn't go on the journey with the character emotionally, we've lost them. And the character makes very difficult choices and unlikable choices throughout the film. Tom helps you stay invested in the character, stay emotionally involved with the story, so that the movie can have the most value and impact at the end of it.
I would add too that, of all the wonderful creative opportunities that our work with Marvel provided us, I think one of the most valuable was the opportunity to work with very special actors over multiple films and multiple years. And sort of going through that experience with people, you really start to develop a very sophisticated understanding of who one another are, both as artists and as people. And I think that going through that process with Tom was extremely exciting for us, because sort of the age that he was at, and he's sort of really blossoming as a human being and as a performer. And I have to say that, when Joe and I were reading the novel, Cherry, and thinking about whether or not it would make a good adaptation to film, the adaptation never really made sense to us until we started thinking about Tom as the lead character. That's when it all lined up for us, because it is such a difficult story. It is such a complicated story. And when we started thinking about Tom as the central character, it all of a sudden felt very accessible to us, and in a way that we could make it accessible for audiences as well, because it is such a challenging character and story.